Do you want to know what the top 4 can't miss burgers in Las Vegas are?
Come get lost with us today as we find out.
In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart.
This month we're celebrating all of those amazing people around the world who are helping others. And today we're going to be celebrating
JDRF, which stands for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. They are one of the first organizations that started research into type 1 diabetes and trying to find a cure. They also do a lot of work in local communities, providing insulin for those who don't have access, as well as insulin pumps and insulin pump supplies. So they're a pretty cool organization if you're looking for some way to get involved and help somebody who might actually have a disease like myself, type 1 diabetes.
So check out the links below. You can learn more about the organization, and there's also a link so you can donate right directly to that organization. So let's get back to that video.
So I think one of the first burger places that we need to talk about that is absolutely mind-blowingly unique is Fuku Burger.
Yeah, it was actually a Las Vegas folks got together. They wanted to create some inventive burgers, and we got Fuku.
Yeah, they have 9 different types of sandwiches, which we tried all of them last year. So that way you guys would know exactly what to look out for taste-wise. But I have to say, time and time again, we've gone to Fuku and they just keep delivering.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely different, so be prepared. These are some different burgers, so if you have some finicky eaters, this may not be the place to check out for you. But if you are adventurous, you like some different kind of burgers, you like them with some really interesting toppings, this is a place to hit up. There's a few locations across Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's one down in Koreatown, Chinatown area, and then there's another one on the Strip, I believe, as well.
Okay.
There's, I think, at least 2 locations that I know of, and then there's one in Spring Valley as well.
So there's definitely a few locations to hit up if you're thinking about the Fuku Burger. Again, though, it is different.
I will say, too, they are a little bit on the pricier side, too, so don't go in there expecting to save a buck, but the burgers are big, the portion sizes are big, and you're not going to leave hungry. So it's definitely one of our tops.
Yeah, and definitely a place that you really, really do need to check out.
And what's cool too is they have a lot of board games and stuff that you can do, and you can just hang out. They encourage people to just come there and hang out and enjoy some time together. Yeah,
the last time we were there was actually people playing D&D in the porch area. And you also need to check out the sort of atmosphere. In one of them, it's like an anime sort of situation. And in the other, by the college, it's more of like Disney, Marvel type of setup. So there's definitely some different sort of looks inside the restaurant too when you're in there.
Agreed. And you can mobile order, you can dine in. There's a couple different options. I don't think that they are on any delivery service though.
Which kind of stinks, but it's definitely worth a drive to see it. And the lines aren't that bad. The one that's in the Summerlin area and kind of out further is a little bit easier to get to and a little bit of bigger location. The one by the school is a little bit of a smaller location, but still, even if it's busy, they do make your burgers fresh, but it doesn't take you that long to get them.
So yeah, so that was one of our top picks for burgers. Let's dive into the second one. So one of the other can't miss spots for burgers is a California classic, West Coast classic. Next year they are hitting their 50th anniversary, and it is In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, there's 2 really big locations. There's one right off the Strip by where we stayed for our, what did we say, they're like 3 months we lived off the Strip. You want to check out that video. It was right next to that. It has a huge like In-N-Out sign, probably one of the biggest signs that I've ever seen. And then they also have one that's in the Link Promenade, and that has a shop too. So both of those have shops. So if you're interested in getting some In-N-Out gear, those would be the 2 locations we would personally recommend checking out. But there's a couple more located on the Strip, and then throughout Las Vegas, there's a ton of locations.
Agreed. And I have to say, I think it's really cool that they have like a quote unquote secret menu. It's not really that secret, but you know, you can get your fries well done. You can get your burger or your fries animal style, and they can customize it from there. They also do really good milkshakes, and I am personally a fan of their pink lemonade. So
yeah, you can get the milkshakes too. You can get them in more than one size, so they do serve large and extra larges on the milkshakes. So that's again part of the secret menu. I think that's kind of part of the experience. If you go to the West Coast, In-N-Out Burgers, it's a great fast food burger. It's probably one of the best fast food burgers across the country, in my opinion. The fries for us is meh. You know, they're freshly made, but there's not much to them. But the burgers are really, really good.
yeah, I have to say, coming out here, it's actually one of the most decently priced burgers too. It's about $2-3 to get a burger there, which you can't even get at McDonald's anymore. So that
Let us not speak of such a place known as McDonald's.
That to me is huge. The fact that you can come out to the West Coast and still get an affordable meal. We'll get 2 burgers, fries, and 2 shakes, and we'll spend less than $25.
Yeah, which is unheard of right now, especially in Las Vegas. If you've never been to Las Vegas before and you're considering this and you're watching this, it's a lot of money to eat anywhere. Even like the Bobby Flay burgers and stuff like that typically are about $20 a burger.
Agreed. So
just for the burger, no fries.
I would wholeheartedly agree. So just make sure when you go, the lines are usually long, so just have a little bit of patience. And, you know, if you don't know what you want, they always are willing to kind of guide you and just be like, hey, I want this. What do you think? And they will definitely give you their recommendations.
Yeah, and when you see the lines are long, it is a really quick drive-through. It's not as quick as, say, Chick-fil-A, if you know of that restaurant, but they are really, really a fast drive-through. So the experience goes pretty quickly, which is why it's called In-N-Out, because you're supposed to get In-N-Out really quickly. Giggity. But it's a really, really cool location. Fresh ingredients, the tomatoes, the lettuce, all of that stuff is always fresh. The animal style burger with a little mustard on the meat gives it a nice little kick. That's awesome. And if you like grilled onions, they do them really well too. And of course, the animal sauce.
Yeah, I love the animal sauce, which was something we only dreamed about before we came out here. We just kind of made our own from like other people that have given out recipes. And I have to say the real deal was, and if you like animal sauce, you just ask them for a little sauce on the side.
Yeah, they call it spread. So ask for extra spread. Even if you don't get animal style fries, maybe you don't like that cheese because they just put a piece of cheese on it and kind of heat it up. If you don't want that, but you want some spread for your fries, just ask for some spread, and they're always willing to give you a couple extra ones just to kind of enhance your meal.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see what we thought the first time we went to In-N-Out, make sure you guys check out that video and you can see our very first experience at In-N-Out Burger here on the West Coast.
Yeah, you'll see it behind us. We literally had just gotten to Las Vegas after driving for 3 straight days. So that's why I look like I just got ran over by a truck. But super great experience. Something to know too about In-N-Out is they're going to ask you to go for here. If you get it for here, they don't actually wrap anything up. It's just kind of open and let you eat it. If you ask it to go, the burgers still don't get wrapped up. So just be sure to reach in the bag and take off those napkins, little inside tip so it doesn't like meld to all the cheese and stuff.
Stick to it, yeah.
So get those napkins out of there real quickly and then just fold the bag up before you drive. That's a legit tip for y'all.
Legit tip. So that is our number 2 can't miss burger spot. Let's try our number 3.
Number 3. All right, so number 3 is Snappy's.
Now, Snappy's is a totally unique experience in and of itself. Why, do you ask?
Well, have you ever been to a drive-thru before, a drive-in movie?
It's a drive-through with a drive-in.
Yeah, it's a really, really unique experience. It's not that far from the Strip. It's probably only like 5 minutes at most from most of your hotels.
Yeah, and essentially you're gonna come in, they have a very simple menu. They've got...
Kind of like In-N-Out, the previous one that we just talked about.
Literally, they've got a burger, they got a hot dog, they got popcorn, and they've got...
Fries and some like slushy thing.
Milkshake slush thing, right?
I don't think they have milkshakes. I think they just have the slushy thing and then sodas.
So it's very simple. So you're gonna drive up, you're gonna pay for your meal, drive up to the next window, pick up your meal.
You know, like you do at every other fast food restaurant.
And then you're gonna come around the corner. And when you come around the corner, you're gonna hit the big parking lot that sits right in front of their big projector screen.
Yep. And make sure to check out ahead of time before you go what's playing. Just another legit
tip.
But they always play movies, so they typically play about 2 a day.
And you can see the times that they're going to show it, and they'll also put like the name, the rating, and all of that stuff. So if you want to make sure it's kid appropriate, that kind of thing. They were showing White Chicks the day we went, so.
And White Chicks and The Lion King were the two were there when we went. I don't think they do anything above like PG, so I don't think that's a major concern if you're because it's all out in the open. If you like sit, you'll see it. If you are paying attention when you drive past on the interstate, I mean, it's like right there. So you could like sit in the distance and watch them. I wouldn't recommend it, obviously, because the food is really good. But so because of that, I don't think they can play anything that's super like R-rated or anything like that.
So essentially you just tune your radio to their radio station and you just turn the volume up in your car and you sit back and you eat your meal and stay for as long as you want.
Yeah, the movie, again, was White Chicks, so we weren't super into it. We really did miss Lion King by like 15 minutes. We were kind of sad about that. You also want to know, too, with certain movies, they have certain like giveaways. Like with White Chicks, had we worn, I believe it was a wig, we would have got a free popcorn.
Yeah.
So that's another legit tip. Definitely check that website to see if they're doing any of those kind of deals, because you can probably come out with at least a free popcorn.
Exactly. So I have to say this place is definitely a cool spot. Like if you're looking for something different, or maybe you brought your kids with you, which we don't always recommend when you come to Vegas, but let's say you did and you're looking for something fun to do that's outside of the strip and you have your own car. Yes,
that's important. You do need a car to enjoy this experience, because without it, there's
no sit downs.
You won't be able to hear the movie.
There's nowhere to eat inside, so you definitely have to have your own vehicle for this experience. But it doesn't cost you anything outside of purchasing your food. So.
And know that once you get around to the parking lot, you have basically till the movie finishes or whatever to enjoy the movie. And it's a really, really neat experience. If you've never been to a drive-in movie, which most people haven't because they don't really exist that much anymore, it's a really cool opportunity that's so close to the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, it amazes me that even today we were just driving from the Strip and there it was, because it's just not that far from that Strip and it's really easy to get to. So don't let it not being directly on the Strip discourage you, because again, it's not that far off. And the food itself isn't bad. The burgers were good. The fries were good. They weren't like the best we've ever had, but they were really solid burgers and fries.
Agreed. So that is going to be that burger place. What do you think is going to be our last can't miss burger place?
Yeah, let us know in those comments below, and we'll be back in a second to tell you.
Bleep. What is our last, but not least, probably maybe our most favorite burger spot experience that you can't miss?
I'm going back to the 80s.
It is the Back to the 80s Café, which honestly is such a unique and interesting restaurant that honestly you have to go check it out for yourself.
Yeah, and you should definitely check out our kick-ass intro that we spent time on with, just so you know, we did with Filmora, so not the greatest capabilities there when you look at them special effects, but really fun.
We did the best we could with what we had.
It is a one-of-a-kind experience. If you are an 80s kid, or you just love the 80s, like Gremlins and Trash Pail Kids, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters.
Star Wars, Star Trek, like all of that.
Yeah, the last Star Wars was technically like 83 or something like that, but yeah. Max Headroom, like all of those really cool things.
They have a Zoltar machine.
Yeah, which by the way is Boulder City, in case you didn't know, it's from Boulder City. And they have like so many cool things. Like they had Proton Pack, they had the Trap, they had like Teddy Ruxpins. I mean, there's like so many just like
hidden,
80s.
Yeah, like little hidden things, little details in all of the different rooms. Like you could just wander in there for a good couple of hours, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, they had like E.T., a Predator, like stand-up guy. I mean, there is some really cool stuff on the walls. The food's awesome, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but just the whole atmosphere there is really, really freaking fantastic. And you will love it if you were an 80s kid. Even some early 90s stuff I saw snuck in there, but you will love just the decor in that place.
And they do a lot of different things. They do karaoke. They have a bingo night. They have a ladies' night. So, like, just look them up before you head out there, because they might be doing something that you're interested in participating in, or maybe not.
And a legit tip for that location, is that all of them are the Tetris tots, so, you know.
Yes.
So don't be fooled. They just say tots, but you actually always get the Tetris tots, which are really tasty.
Actually really good. We were really blown away by the, we'll get into the food. The food actually really blew us away.
Yeah, but again, the decor, they even have like the sneakers from Back to the Future, a hoverboard, like so we could talk about it for hours, but it's just so cool, all the decor
And
in
the
there.
owner of the place also is an impersonator as well.
Of George McFly.
So, and he does a kick-ass job.
You, honestly, you go in there, if you didn't know that he was an impersonator, I think you could fool people that he was actually the actor who played George McFly.
Like he is
spot
on point with his skills. And he also does parties and stuff like that. But I have to say, you walk in the door, he greets you, you think you are in Back to the Future. You're like, what? What's going on here? I'm a little confused. But he was so nice, and everybody there was actually really nice and friendly. And again, the food was good too. A lot of times you get one or the other. You get either a really cool spot where you can hang out and the food's kind of meh, or you get really great food and the atmosphere is kind of meh. This hits on both points.
Yeah, the burgers were good. They had huge sandwiches if you want to get like a cold cut sandwich. The Madonna milkshake, which I got, was so tasty. It was like a cinnamon vanilla explosion. Awesome.
And I think I got the club.
Yep.
Just because I was still recovering from surgery, so I kind of was keeping it light. And I have to say, it was delicious, absolutely delicious.
It is located by the university, so it's a little bit of a drive off the strip. Not too bad. It's probably about 10. I would put in like the 10, 15 minute area, probably closer to the 10-minute side. But it is right by the university. So it's right by that area, and there's a ton of stuff around it. But Back to the 80s is a must.
So when you guys are in town, or maybe you're a local who hasn't had time to check it out yet, definitely you can't miss Back to the 80s Cafe.
Yeah, they got a cool little car on the outside that you'll see for sure when you're pulling up, and that basically pulls you right into the Back to the 80s Caf.
So that is going to wrap up our top 4 can't miss burger experiences in Las Vegas.
Let me tell you, all 4 of them, super tasty.
And they're all different and unique in their own special way too.
Yep.
So they're not all the same, and you're not gonna get the same burger, you're not gonna get the same experience. They're all different, but they're all can't miss opportunities.
Yeah, let us know in those comments below. Have you tried a really good burger place in Las Vegas that we didn't try? Let us know. Or are you a fan of the 4 that we put out?
And if you are, let us know in the comments below, because we want to know what you guys like to eat, and maybe it's something we haven't tried yet.
Yeah, so don't forget to like this video.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we will come get you guys tomorrow.
For another legit holiday.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth? Bye.
Don't forget to check below for those organization links that we're highlighting each day this month of our legit holiday. It's got the donation link and to find out more information. So don't forget to like this video.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring the notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come get you guys in the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?